Hey, so it was my birthday, so I was not gonna get up early, and then I saw, oh, it was Assassin's Creed reveals coming out tomorrow, so that was some incentive to get up. Happy birthday to me. How old am I? How old am I? That's none of your business. Stop stalking people's lives. So Ubisoft had this big Assassin's Creed reveal event today, which is pretty dumb considering E3 is gonna happen in not even a month. It's called Assassin's Creed Syndicate. It takes place in London in 1886. So they showed a lot of footage of like the developers hard at work in their little computer labs. They were talking to developers and they're like, okay, yeah, whatever, just show us the game. I mean, that's nice for the kid who's like, dream it is to develop video games and be like, that could be me one day, so this could like inspire him or whatever. But it was like a half hour long and I'm like, just get on with it, please. And they started showing snippets of review scores from like how terrible Unity was, and they're like, oh, we worked really hard on that game for 4 years and then nobody liked it. So they're gonna tell us everything they're gonna do better in this game that they didn't do in Unity. They talk about all these new features, but they don't really show all that much. Obviously, it's a new setting, it's Victorian London. The biggest thing that I saw was like a rope launcher. It's like Batman, so he can like, grapple onto stuff and then pull up, so like you don't even have to climb up the side of buildings anymore. Well, I guess that could be nice. I mean, isn't the whole point of those games climbing the buildings and seeing all the cool Assassin's Creed parkour stuff? If you can just shoot to the top of a building, doesn't that like delete half your gameplay? There's no more swords because like swords aren't acceptable in this culture anymore, so you gotta have like hidden knives and stuff. This guy, you know, like the big brass knuckle picture that was for the reveal, and he was like punching people with it. They say again that they've completely revolutionized the combat system, and I'm like, that really looks just the same. My biggest issue with all of the Assassin's Creeds, especially the more recent one, is just how terrible the combat is. The free running, they nailed it. Assassin's Creed 2, free running was already perfect. You didn't have to add anything to that. I mean, occasionally you'd like jump off the wall when you clearly want to jump off a ledge, but it's a little cleaning up maybe, but otherwise, fantastic, fantastic system. And that was Assassin's Creed's thing, you know? The combat, you like, everyone just stands there, and then you have to wait till they attack, and then you just like counter stab them. And so that doesn't even work effectively because sometimes they just counter you back. So what you did was just avoid fights altogether. Just buy a bunch of smoke bombs, throw them, and then knife everybody to death. The thing I come away with from this Assassin's Creed reveal is that it's just more Assassin's Creed. They try to change the time period like every time. It's like, oh, it's a new time period, it's a new setting, it's gonna completely change all the dynamics, and it doesn't at all. It's like, look at the city. They could easily be Paris from Assassin's Creed Unity. And the backdrop of the story is that there's another revolution they gotta spark. I haven't seen that before. There isn't really a lot of creativity going into these games. It's like, why are we in Japan? That is such the obvious choice. Go to Japan. What about a World War II Assassin's Creed? Yeah, that sounds ridiculous. If you can make it work, you can make it work. That'd be incredible. You don't think the Assassins and the Templars were present during the greatest conflict of history ever? Have it that the Nazis were all Templars or whatever. Or maybe they recognized that the Nazis were our worst threat and the Templars and the Assassins fought together. How cool would that be? What about a modern day Assassin's Creed? I mean, that was kind of Watch Dogs and it sucked, so many places the series can go, and they're playing it safe. Graphically, the city itself looks like nice. I mean, it's just a gorgeous game. You see the lighting affecting... The lighting from one set of buildings is like coming down and shining on the other set of buildings. And you can see like a perfect reflection of the city in the puddle. It's fantastic lighting effects. But the art style is more important. And when you get the same blando looking city as you've been in for every other Assassin's Creed game, and it shows a cutscene, it's like the protagonist is just... looks like the most stereotypical Assassin's Creed protagonist. He's all like, he's just so boring. He's got a hot twin sister, which is cool, but it's like, she can't just be hot, she needs to be interesting. They've all got the same British accent that they've had in every other Assassin's Creed. I don't mean to crap on a game before it even comes out. I mean, I do, but it seems like there's no creativity going into these games. And they're bringing back the Train the Assassin Squad, except it's gangs this time, so you have to like recruit gang members and you can have a gang war, and I think, oh, Gangs of New York. If they wanted to go that vibe, that'd be kind of cool, but it doesn't look nearly that cool. Because when I first heard Victorian Assassin's Creed, I'm thinking, Bloodborne. Dark Souls Assassin's Creed. Maybe. But what I come away with this is, another year, another Assassin's Creed, pass. I do want to hear what you guys think. Are you interested with the new Assassin's Creed? Have you abandoned ship on this franchise long ago like I have? Or do you still have hope for the people at Ubisoft? Thank you for watching and joining us in our crusade against those with stupid opinions.